What's going on, you guys? Welcome to 2026. Man, 2025. Oh, I'm so grateful that one's over. What a shit show. What an absolute disaster of a year. My little one got leukemia. She beat it. At least we're in remission, quote unquote. The doctors haven't found anything in the last three lumbar punctures they did towards the end of 2025. So, you know, they don't want to quite use the word, but they pretty much said, well, technically, you're kind of in remission, but we still want to, take a look at everything one more time, make sure it's all going good. But so far, so good, you guys. Aside from, her lack of appetite, my Keurig in the background making me some coffee. So, this is the second time I'm trying to record this. The first time, it decided to start me off like year 15, day 38. A little weird. Didn't even have the roof done. The reason I caught it, I vaguely remember repairing all of my power, and I loaded in and I had no power. And I was sitting there scratching my head. It's like, I could have sworn I just fixed all this. Yeah, I did fix all this. And I had more scrap metal than I remember. Perfect. So this video, you guys, we're going to start upgrading. Well, we're not going to start. We're going to continue our progress from 2025 in upgrading this to concrete. Ideally, you would want to max it out to its highest tier, but concrete's good enough for my purpose. My purpose is to put a solar roof on top of this thing. And once you get the solar roof, it doesn't matter if there's a heat wave. I mean, it does matter if there's the solar eclipse, but we're going to have so much power. I won't need to turn the light switches off anymore. More or less, I'll need more batteries at that point. So I'm going to start thinking about what I'm going to do with this base. I'm not sure if I want to put the walls up to this section here and put on the remainder of the roof and then do this afterwards. I know that I need to get all of this, at least this flooring, upgraded, and then yeah, I'll see where I take it from there. But hopefully you guys had a good 2025. Let me know in the comments section, the highlights. I'd love to hear it. Let me know your New Year's resolution. I'm still trying to come up with mine. I don't want it to be something that in 2 weeks from now I'm just gonna be like, yeah, well, screw that. I want it to be meaningful, something that's gonna give me drive for this year. Something that's gonna be something that I can attain. How often do we give ourselves tasks that we know we're going to fail? Just to be like, no, my New Year's resolution is to fail. Yeah. You might as well set that to your New Year's resolution if you end up failing, which majority of us end up failing. I need to come up with a new word. Now, let's see here. What is going on in this? It's been a little bit of time now that I've taken off. Focusing on the family life. Christmas was pretty good. Not gonna lie, my kid was spoiled. I didn't get too much, well, in the form of physical gifts. All of my gifts, it's usually in the virtual form. I am a gamer after all. So I got a little bit of spending money. Other than that, I'm a simple man. I don't have a whole lot of needs. My needs are usually met when I want something. Every day is Christmas for me, if it needs to be. I don't wait for a specific holiday to get something. Now, if something goes on sale, you best believe I'm going to snag it up. What's going on here? Where's this marker lid? Is it daytime yet? Oh, perfect. I'm trying to clean up my daughter's mess. I do my recording in the living room at night. My big old carpet that I like to wander on, she's got her markers out and she forgot to put the caps on them, as per usual. And the joys of parenting, am I right? If you got kids, you know the struggle. It's nearly impossible to clean while they're up and playing. My wife takes care of her, so I gotta do something to pitch in. And man, Christmas was a mess. Thinking back on it, it's like, man, one of our favorite holidays is come and gone. Two of my favorite holidays, almost back to back. There is Thanksgiving in between them. Halloween and Christmas, my two favorite. Let's go ahead and pause, put my coffee down, figure out what's going on. First things first. Garrison all units, which I should have done initially. Okay. Second. Oh, no you don't. This way. Go on. I need you to go in right over here. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason you want to have multiple entryways to your base. In case they decide to gatekeep you, I can get in right over here. Not a problem. Now I did drop my item, which, what was it? No, I'll be fine. I got plenty of meds. Let's go ahead and undraft. He's going to get something to eat. Perfect. Speed up time. And moving on with my day. Now that all the drones are, stationed where they're supposed to be, nighttime is approaching, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about survivors being outside the walls. At least most of them. I think I have one out there still. Let me take a look here. Got a tip that I was given. Where's it at? Is it production? No. 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 Where is that flag? Is it the manage? No. Maybe I don't have it researched. No? Maybe if I go slowly through these and actually read what they are. Oh, here it is. I see. So I could essentially limit my people to not even leave this place. Gotcha. Okay. And that would force the bots to go out. Okay. Waiting to see what happens with these over here. See if they decide to go around or if they want to come through the walls. What's this group doing? They're splitting up. Okay. Let me take a look and see what's going on. And I keep saying that. I am looking and seeing what's going on. I'm getting attacked. Sorry, my brain has cried. It's always cried. No, I'm just gonna watch. I have a feeling. Not a very good one, but I have a feeling we can go over here. Yeah, no, they're not moving. Alright, let's engage. Put you all up on the roof. See if that gets them to go away. Nope. Oh, you're destroying my battle drones. How could you? Yeah, I should have engaged them from the start. Just waiting to see what's gonna happen over here. Get all these destroyed robots salvaged. There we go. And everybody else should go to the main gate, where they were supposed to go. I swear. They don't always do what I want them to. Oh, with this many layers of defense, I'm wondering why they even decided to stick over here. Yes, you are attacking something in mind, but at the same time, path of least resistance, am I right? At least that's what they do 99% of the time. Now what you just witnessed was the 1%. Very, very, very rarely will they not stick to the script. And they'll do whatever they want to do. They'll attack the closest structure instead of doing what you see they're doing here. But for the most part, they're pretty good at going this way. Where are the rest of them at? Are they attacking a different wall that I'm unaware of? Yeah, all my other walls, they're like spread out. Get off my fence. Go attack with the main line. Yeah, there's quite a few of them over there. What are they doing? This round is not sticking to the script whatsoever. They're like, we're coming at you from any way. What is going on with everybody? Has it already been that long? Let's do it again. Get them back up there. Are they attacking on this flank? Let me check all my gates to make sure that they're not doing anything funny. No. Land cable, I swear to God, I'm getting tired of seeing you every single time I do this now. Okay. I think that, nope, that didn't take care of it. I need an adult. Go ahead and hunt these guys. I guess I will send my people out to butcher them. Go ahead and get a decent supply of bug parts again. I mean, once I start getting those panels up, this gasoline is going to disappear rather quickly. So, best to prepare for it now. They're nearly all dead, minus a few right here in the traps. That's going to get annoying real quick. My landline keeps saying that it's disconnecting and reconnecting, even though I know it's connected. So, thinking about disconnecting it. Got a spaceship junk mission. I mean, I could always use some more junk. Let's go ahead to expeditions. There we go. And it's right here. Now I'm going to send Ken, as per usual. He's my go-to. He's got my 10 well, he's got 10 physical, and the man's just, he loves to kill things. He's a master at salvaging, which is why I always run him if I can. Destroyed carbon fence, so they're not still attacking. Interesting. What am I crafting? I need to make carbon nanos until 10. There, I can make electronics later. I mean, all it takes is a simple salvage mission to bring in some electronics. Speaking of, since I need electronics, potentially some control modules. Let's go and do the control module debris with Simon. And then I'm going to send out for supercomputer with Edmund. Now, the supercomputer one, that usually brings me back, not electronics, CPUs. Usually hooks me up with CPUs. So I want to make sure to start getting a little stockpile of them. That way when I start to run low on resources, it'll go to what I actually need, electronics. Not sure if I said that correctly. I mean, it's been a long day. We all know that my brain doesn't like to operate in the slightest. No, it likes to make fun of me. Ruins my day. Really? 193, you're spread out. Where exactly? Okay, I think my game is broken because it says there's 193, but I see 20? Okay, here's a couple more. They just decided to spread them out everywhere instead of clustering them like they're used to doing. Since all of my food is behind some sort of wall, I don't have to worry about the pests. They go ahead and look inside. They're not getting any of it. The most they can do is maybe harm a couple trees, but I've got extra. Not like I'm in need of wood. Nope. I got that for days. I've got years worth of wood. I could probably build another base out of this wood. Not gonna lie. Since I learned what I learned with the work areas, I can have the bots come out here, and then my survivors stay at home. Land cable, I swear to God. I'm about to punch you. Yeah, I don't need silica. I know, I'm threatening to punch a cable. It's not gonna hurt it, I'm gonna end up hurting myself. Hit the cable, comes around, smacks me in the face. See, there's the CPUs that I was talking about. You play enough of this game, and you know what you're gonna get from pretty much every single mission. Now, I am interested in doing a solo run. Now that I've heard you talking about it, that you completed it. Good sir. He knows who he is. The individual in question knows exactly who I'm talking to. So, good sir, I do have one question. With my layout, what would you improve? I am curious as to other players and how they operate. And help broaden my horizon a little bit. I mean, I would have never used the control panel had it not been for your tip. And as for the harvesting tip, I'll probably end up using it on a solo, but since I have 8 people, I mean, what's the harm? Send them out, get a couple levels. I know I can hook them up over here, but I'll let them get their hands dirty. But if and when I ever do do record a solo playthrough, I'll definitely use that work thing. What's it called again? The work area? I'll definitely be using this. 100%, you guys. Now, fortunately, I'm going to have to turn everybody away. I'm not sure what difficulty I have to play it on for the trophy. But there's another trophy that I need to get for this game, and that would be surviving 3 years with a Chaos Moon on insane difficulty. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Nice. Oh, you got some electronics. Good for you. Good for you. I knew it was smart to send Simon out. With a name like Simon. You know the man knows what he's doing. Ooh, I'm not sure if you guys picked that up. Oh, elbow just snapped. I mean, it happens all the time, but that one actually hurt. I did it at the hospital a couple weeks ago. Popped both my elbows by just, extending them out. The doctor looked at me with a little bit of shock on her face. I was like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Yo, I do this all the time." No, I literally do it all the time. At least, once every few hours. I don't know if it's good or not, but from my time being in the infantry, you're laying in the front-leaning rest position for PT, and then, being infantry, we have to go to the gun range and do our supported and unsupported firing position, training, practice, whatnot. And when you're sitting there, half your weight's on your elbows, and it kind of wears them down a little bit. And my battery is low. Come on, I thought I charged you. Well, since I'm up and walking around, let's go ahead and plug it in while I'm doing nothing. She's already on day 6. Okay, this year's moving already. Hopefully my year doesn't move this fast. God, that would suck. I mean, my little girl's 6, which means she's gonna be 7 soon. Oh, I wish there was a way to, hit the stop button. I love my little girl. It just sucks. It's part of life, growing up. It just sucks sometimes. Because I know here pretty soon she's gonna go from being a moody little girl to being a moody young adult to being a moody woman. And then I'll have two moody women on my hands. Well, I have 2 already. If you count the mother-in-law, I have 3. Fuck. Anybody know a good rope maker? And some sturdy rafters? No, I'm joking. Don't do none of that. Don't do any of that, you guys. That was a joke. YouTube, that was a joke. I do not condone taking your life. There's just so much in life that's worth living. Even if you've had a rough one. I've had a rough one, but I still find, something in life. And once you have a kid, the things they do, the darndest things they do. Like covering your carpet in stickers. Mm-hmm. Or the hardwood floor. I love trying to get the stickers off the hardwood floor. That's why I keep a razor blade. Keep it in a locked drawer. Just use that to get it off the hardwood. Cut off the rug. It's a pain in the butt. But yeah, the things they do puts a smile on our face. No, my kid puts a smile on my face. I'll be honest. I love that little girl. Already again. Well, it looks like it's going to be one of those years. They're just going to come after us hard and heavy. Kind of like how I go after my wife. Anybody outside the wire? Yep. They're not even done repairing the fortifications. Look at this. And still, they want to come after me. Well, okay, yeah, go ahead and rebuild the drone. That works. Why did you go all the way around instead of going boop, 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 boop? That one I understand. Some of these I'm just sitting here like, why are they going that way? That doesn't make any sense. Oh well. Where are you going, Katina? No, you're not. You can handle that furnace later. I keep forgetting to turn the power off. Look at this. I need more batteries. That's it. I need more batteries. I don't see any other way of going about this. I mean, you can tell me all the tips and tricks in the universe, and my brain's still gonna be like, oh, what do I do, George? What do I do? I know it's which way do I go, George? But you know, and here I am, not using my head. Just walked away and almost ripped my PlayStation off of the entertainment center. It's plugged in, charging my controller. If I only had a brain. That worked. All the time. Because I do have a brain. And it does work. Not very often. But it does work. Alright, y'all want to come after my... I said, alright, y'all want to come after my gates? I'm coming after your booties. What? How'd you already break this? Oh, because they broke it from the last round. They're just doing whatever they want. Making it be a little easier to get through. A lot easier to get murdered. Fill those traps, boys. Fill the traps. This is what I want you guys to do. This is what I don't want you to do. There you go. Oh, there's the lag. Yeah, the downside of playing on console, you guys. Look at this. What was that, just 300? I can physically watch the rocket going across. Now, I have seen it move slower, so I know that my console is going to be able to keep up with this. I've seen that rocket move about a quarter of the speed you're seeing it now. Like, I was literally able to, like, move like this with it. I was able to keep on it the whole time. Or maybe a little bit slower than that. Zoomed in, just slowly following like this. And then you see the little mini nuke. Yeah, it's fun times. The power of PlayStation in a game that's 3 years old. Sorry, PS5, not just PlayStation. Well, this would be any console, to be honest. I mean, gaming was meant to be played on a console, but with the performance that's just required from things nowadays, you can't play anything on anything but a PC. You can't play any game unless you're playing it on the PC. You'll have more frames, you'll have better input control as there's less lag. You'll be able to see your enemy even before they're on their screen, they're hitting the corner. Which I've died that way several times on shoot 'em ups, Call of Duty in particular. So you slide around a corner, you take 2 steps, and then you fall over dead, and you watch the kill cam. But in the kill cam, you literally were just sitting there on the edge of the corner, and he got you, and you're sitting there scratching your head like, no, I'd taken 3 more steps. How did he kill me? That's why, because he's on PC. Or you just have a horrible console. Which, you know, that can be the case. I am a little bit biased when it comes to consoles. When I was in Afghanistan, I mean, granted, this was back when PS3 was just coming out. Was it PlayStation? Yeah, the PS3 was just coming out, and the Xbox 360 was just coming out. You know, the Xbox 360 that's infamous for the red ring of death. Yeah, so I bought both, brand new. I'm a gamer, and I'm going to a country to where when I'm not on a mission, I'm sitting on my butt. What else better to do than play some video games? And unfortunately, you can't get certain games on certain consoles. Halo, Gears of War. Can't get those on PlayStation. Well, you can now. You can get Gears of War was it Gears of War 1? Gears of War Reloaded? We can get on console, on PlayStation now. Thinking about getting it. But I don't know how the graphics are. And I played the original on the Xbox that I bought. But let's go back to the original story. So I bought two. I bought one PlayStation 3 with, what's that one sword game? Sort of something, like you can control how things moved with the controller. It's like one of their initial games. I can't remember what it was called. Sort of something or something sword. So I bought that, and I bought Gears of War and Halo. Within a week of being in country, Xbox, gone, done. Red ring of death, no coming back. PlayStation, stuck it out the whole deployment. So that's why ever since, I've been playing on a PlayStation. Now, like I said, ideally, a PC is where you want to be. It is really the master race. Let's be honest here, console players, you just don't, we don't stack up, okay? We just don't stack up. And to think that we do is just idiocracy. It's so stupid. Yeah, our little itty bitty console that can barely run the most basic of games smoothly is going to compete with that beast PC, $15,000 PC. Your $500 console is really going to stack up? I don't think so. I don't think so. Considering you can boost the performance of a PC, you can't do that to a console. You can't take it apart and, God, what's the word called? Overclock. You can't overclock a console the way you can a PC. A PC, you can overclock it, and if you built it right to handle the stresses of overclocking, which for those of you that don't know what overclocking is, imagine you're running at 100% of your efficiency. You are running as fast as you can, and somebody gives you a bump of cocaine. Now you're running 150%. That's overclocking. You get a little adjustment that makes you run faster than your parameters are set to handle. Though, like I said, if you build it correctly and you don't overclock it too much, you should be safe. Though it does wear and tear a little bit more. You can't do that to a console. I mean, I run my console 12 hours a day at least. At least. If it's not playing a movie for my kid, I'm on there gaming. So it runs all the time. And let me tell you, you can tell. You wouldn't be able to tell with a PC. Those things are designed to run. But there we go. Nice little bit done. I see that more of the ceiling is finished. I don't know who I have on construction work. But the concrete is being placed down, as this is the concrete, right? Yep, that's concrete, and I have none. Perfect. $21.06. One thing that I wish that I'll live long enough to see, which hopefully I will, as scientists claim that we're just a couple years away from reaching that singularity. Space travel of some kind. I would love to go into space. And no, I'm not talking about going into space like Katy Perry, going into low Earth orbit, which, let's be honest, you weren't in space. Satellites fly higher than you went. I want to go into space, okay? You know, the halfway point, for instance, between Earth and Mars. That's what I consider space, okay? I'm far away enough from the Earth that it's a dot. That kind of space. I want to do that kind of travel. That would be great. I would love to do some sort of space travel. Like my perfect dream living environment, living in a space station. That would just be amazing. First and foremost, you would have the greatest view ever. You get to look down on the Earth. That's your view. And then your other view is the moon and the rest of the galaxy and the universe, unadulterated not unadulterated, sorry, that's not the right term. What's the right term that I'm looking for? Let's not use a fancy word then. It wouldn't block the view. You know, light pollution, it's a bitch. Okay, I would love to sit here on this planet, look up, see the Milky Way, see the stars. We don't get to do that no more, especially if you live where I live. God, too many people, too many. I'm like in the suburb of a metropolis. So, being in the suburb of a metropolis, there's also the next suburb, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and then you get into the rural areas, and those spread out. So it's just a bunch of light pollution. So, like I said, my perfect living condition, the best place that I could live, aside from on this earth, would be up in a space station now. Since that's not available, my ideal living environment is, let's be honest, there's no better place than living on a lake in the mountains, surrounded by trees. You know, assuming you're not living in a state, California, that burns more than hell itself. Honestly, I'm surprised that we aren't currently in a fire watch. This is California, after all. Satan's playground. That's why I think we have so many fires. Man needs a vacation somewhere else. Florida, you guys take him. You guys got enough humidity to keep him cooled off. Nah, let's not send him to Florida. Florida man might kill him. Florida man's crazy. Let me take a look real quick at something. 37 minutes. So yeah, usually when you hear me say, let me take a look, it usually means I'm looking at the timestamp on the video as I'm recording here. I want to make sure that I'm not going over. I need to do that a little bit more often, as I've tried to record a couple things and I've noticed that I've gone over on them. And granted, they didn't get uploaded because I caught it at like the last second, but you know, it's my brain isn't wanting to cooperate with me. Neither is my mouth, apparently, because I can't speak English anymore. I'm like over here bumbling over my words. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. I think that's what it is. Yeah, don't do drugs. I used to have the brain cells to spare. Now, well, they're far and few between. But I digress. Now, what it is if you don't use it, you lose it. After I got out of the army and got my disability, I pretty much became a shut-in. I don't go out, I don't communicate, and like I said, if you don't use it, you lose it. I have lost my communication skills. I've lost my ability to formulate a coherent sentence, at least coherent to me. I don't know if the world is turning into idiocracy. I'm sure everybody's understanding everything coming out of my mouth. But no, that's not the case. You guys are smart. Smarter than me. I hope. You know, on paper I'm smart, but when you put it into practice, yeah, common sense don't go very far. Book smarts and common sense, well, honestly, I'd rather have the common sense. I missed out that day. Yeah, I missed out that day. I shouldn't have. No, instead I'm book smart. I can read something, retain it. I can go somewhere for just one time in my life, remember how to get there again. Not even a problem. I wonder when they're actually going to get over to this. No. I want you. Missing resources. Reconstruct this stat. What are these damaged? Oh, okay. Okay, that one's good. Just wasn't reconstructed? I'm confused. Are some of these broken? Oh, some of these are broken. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Let's get him to repair that. Take a look at these. Reconstruct stone wall. Well, not cancel. reconstruct. Reconstruct and reconstruct, because I'm an idiot. There we go. Oh look, another core. Can't wait to start using those. Once I make all the cores that I want, or once I make all the mechs that I want, I'm just going to scrap all the cores. I do remember your nice little trick. You know, go ahead and craft what you want. As they're taking something, you can have them go do something else. It'll drop the resource on the floor, and you can have somebody disassemble that one that's on the floor instead of all of them stockpiled. Or you can break them all in the stockpile and leave the one on the floor, vice versa. Either or. But yes, I do remember that trick. I'm just gonna hold off. See how many of them I can amass. What was that, 12? Yeah, 12 cores. Everybody's gonna have a super mech. You guys really need to get to that reconstruction process. Maybe shouldn't have their... Now, you know what? Once we get the second floor done, that's where I'm gonna put the beds. We'll line them up against this wall up here. That's gonna separate the rooms. That way the outer structure won't have this problem again. Taking damage and not being able to be repaired because there's something in its way, like these two beds. These two beds, obviously you can see that we got a bit of a problem. Oh yeah. But not too shabby. Year 16 started off well. 2026 started off well. I'm happy. I'm happy with the outlook of the next couple years in this game. I'm happy with the outlook of the next year of my life in the real world. My little one getting better. Now what we have planned for her after she gets healthy enough and her doctor says that we can. Me and my cousin are going to be taking her to Disneyland for the very first time. Now, I'm going to be taking her, but my cousin wanted to go with his boys. They go every year, and he wanted to get a couple things for her while they were there, so I said, you know what, go ahead, yeah. So I'm going to go take her to Disneyland. I don't know when. Whenever the doctors say we can, more or less. I cannot wait to take her. My wife hasn't been since she was a very little girl, so she doesn't even remember it at all. And then when I go, I want to get myself, you guys might call me a nerd, but I want to get myself a red lightsaber. As you couldn't tell by the channel, I love the dark side of the Force. I love everything about Star Wars. In particular, the dark side of the Force. Okay. The Jedi are strong, but they restrain themselves. And through restraining oneself, you're never able to truly push your capabilities to their max and see what you're truly made of. Look at Anakin Skywalker, for instance. Whenever he fought, even when it looked like he was fighting at his strongest, he was always holding back that last 15-20% of his strength, his capability. He was always holding back because of the Jedi doctrine telling you to hold back, which means he never got to fulfill his true potential. Never get to realize it until he got pushed to his limits. And he said enough of control, and he did what he had to do. The dark side of the Force tells you to use your power however you see fit. And then if I want to force choke somebody because they're talking back to me, I'm going to force choke somebody because they're talking back to me. Okay? I tell you to go do something, you don't do it, you get in the force choke. Nah, the force choke, it's a fun ability. My favorite's force drain. Not a whole lot of people know about force drain, unless of course you're a fan of nihilists. But my namesake came before nihilists and developed force drain. I'm not sure if they developed it. Darth Malice. I'm not sure if she developed it, the technique, or if she just adapted. But she used it, and she used it a lot. Not only to sustain herself, but to grow in strength. Force drain, it drains the living force from your body. And in the Star Wars universe, the force is what keeps you alive. It keeps you going. It keeps you connected. You die, and you're shit out of luck. Force drain drains your life essence. It kills you. And all it takes is a simple touch. For Darth Nihilus, who was created not by traditional means. He wasn't a Dark Lord that was brought about, grew up, had a life. No, Darth Nihilus was a wound in the Force, created when an entire planet more or less got wiped out, creating Darth Nihilus in the process. And Darth Nihilus's curse was he had to feed. And Force drain was his preferred method of feeding. He would have to go out and drain entire planets of their life force to sustain his self. That's how menacing this guy was. Yeah, I love the dark side of the Force. I think it did Vader dirty, but yeah, I really wish I would have been able to see a full-bodied Anakin. No cybernetics. All of his metachlorians intact. Would love to see him and the dark side of the Force commingling and having a bunch of fun. God, he would be ruthless. But unfortunately, that's about all the time I have for. I know I have about another 10 minutes or so, but with how many enemies are over here and about how efficient my console has been at running it, I think I'm gonna play it safe and just save it here. The last time I did this, I lost an entire hour's worth because I decided to stick around and see what happened. So, I'm gonna learn from my previous mistakes. I'm gonna thank you guys now for your time and coming through. Hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up for me. Other than that, like I said, hope you guys take care and you stay safe and you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.